Well, good evening and thanks so much for joining us here on KREM 2 News at 11. I'm Jen York, filling in tonight for Mark Hanrahan. Well, we certainly saw some snow tonight and more could be on the way. As you can see, we're taking a live look at the radar right now. A lot of green on the screen, very active right now. Also, we do want to bring you some breaking news updates from Snoqualmie Pass. Taking a live look at the top of the pass, you can see it is closed right now in both directions. Though WashDOT just tweeting moments ago they do plan to reopen the roadway at midnight, but they are planning for a lot of snow up on the pass. Now that may impact your travel plans heading into the weekend. Of course, the action, as I mentioned, not over yet. Of course, we want to see what will develop as we head into our overnight hours. And for that, we want to bring in our meteorologist, Michelle Boss, to let us know what we're looking at.
Well, we just got the official word that the Spokane Airport did get 1 inch of accumulation of snow. So that is our first inch of snow for the season. That's out at the airport, of course, places like Spokane Valley, downtown. If you've been out and about this evening, even up here on the South Hill, really not much snow on the roads and not a whole lot has been sticking here locally. So on the positive side in the greater Spokane area for your Friday morning commute, I don't think there's going to be too many hassles out there. You can see that the rain snow line is right around the Spokane area. And as we kind of zoom in, of course, north of Spokane and those northern counties, we are getting some light accumulations, but it's really been a mixture of rain and snow here locally, and with temperatures expected to stay right at freezing or even a couple degrees warmer. Shouldn't see too many problems tomorrow morning. Here's a look at the winter weather advisory, which goes until 10 o'clock tomorrow morning. Again, Spokane not likely to see any additional accumulations overnight. 32 degrees right now, and we maybe even see temperatures a couple degrees warmer by first thing tomorrow morning. 31 in Coeur d'Alene, 34 in Moses Lake, 44 in Lewiston. Of course, no snow expected down there, just plain old rain. Here's a look at the next 12 hours, rain and snow, but as you can see with temperatures that warm, nothing's going to stick. We will start to dry out by late in the day tomorrow. Mostly cloudy but dry for this upcoming weekend, highs in the upper 30s and lower 40s.
Now, Lewiston, 44. What's going on down there? All right, well, many of us here in the inland Northwest, we know we're used to driving in snow, but young drivers and new residents don't have as much experience. New at 11, Kyle Simchuk shows us what you can do to prepare.
Well, the roads were just wet this evening, but we are getting into the snowy season, so we got advice from a local tire shop and state troopers on how to be safe this winter. Phones rang off the hook at this Spokane Valley Les Schwab store.
Demand is pretty high. We have full crews at all of our stores now that are eager and hungry and ready to take care of our customers.
Drivers are getting a head start, having snow and all-season tires installed while roads are still bare. It's safe to say you don't want to be stuck driving around with these bald tires.
You know, it's pretty important. We get some pretty bad days of snow around here, some slushy, slick, icy roads. Definitely is important to at least check and make sure you have some good all-season tires, if not some good winter tires.
In North Spokane, the Washington State Department of Transportation held training for snowplow drivers.
They're doing wing plow and tow plow training, something we do every year. Drivers need a certain amount of hours in the cabs before they can be out on the road, so they come run it through a course and get some experience behind the wheel.
These aren't your grandpa's snowplows.
You can actually clear 2 lanes at once. One operator and 1 truck can do the work of 2 people.
That efficiency can make a difference, especially when WashDOT is experiencing a staffing shortage due to the state vaccine mandate.
We're still going to plow all the roadways, but with limited staff, it could mean that some areas do take a little bit longer to get to.
The Washington State Patrol says you should give yourself plenty of time when driving in snowy conditions. And if you're not an experienced winter driver, Trooper Brian Sanger has some advice.
So the biggest thing that I can tell people is just to slow down, leave following distance, and make sure that you're aware of the road conditions and what's ahead of you.
And Trooper Sanger says even on nice days, drivers can get a false sense of security. There can still be black ice on the road, and depending on the temperature. Troopers sometimes see the same amount of crashes on sunny days as they do during blizzards. Jen?
All right, Kyle, thank you for that reminder. 11:04 now. Skiers and snowboarders, though, loving this forecast, and so are our area ski resorts. Live cameras showed snow on the ground today at most of our major resorts. Plus, new today, Schweitzer Mountain Resort, Lookout Pass, and Silver Mountain all planned to be open on Black Friday. Of course, that date is subject to change depending on Mother Nature. And we've been loving seeing all of your snow photos today. We got a lot of kids, we got a lot of pets. Keep those coming. You can send them to us through the Near Me section on the KREM 2 app, or we make it easy for you. You can text us at the number on our screen, 448-2000, and you may just see them pop up right here on our broadcast. Right, in other headlines tonight, the University of Idaho is parting ways with head football coach Paul Petrino. His last game is this Saturday. Right now, the university is not releasing many details on the split. Coach Petrino still had 7 months on his contract.
It's always tough to make a change. It affects a lot of people. Clearly, we want to have more wins within our program. That, I'll be honest, that tough at Eastern Washington was hard on everyone, the loss there. But going forward, you know, we want to get things going again and be very, very competitive in the Big Sky Conference and beyond.
The university will now go through a nationwide search to find his replacement. Tonight, a driver accused in a vehicular homicide wreck is walking free. Meanwhile, the victim's family is desperate for justice. Brandon McDonald died back in June following a crash at East Trent and Napa. Now, court documents show at the time officers smelled intoxicants on the driver. Now, she was later arrested and made a first court appearance. However, the case stalled because the woman's toxicology report did not come back in time for prosecutors to file formal charges. Meanwhile, the victim's mother says waiting for closure is difficult.
To me, it's a snail's pace, but that's because it's been a few months since my son was killed. So, of course, I'm looking for justice for all kinds of different reasons, more than just he's dead. I need to know why she did it.
All prosecutors say it is common for vehicular homicide charges to be filed months after the incident.
Some detective will solve this case someday.
Well, new today, Spokane police say they cracked a 60-year-old cold case out of Spokane. 9-year-old Candy Rogers disappeared back in 1959. Later, hunters found her body near Rimrock in northwest Spokane. Now, her disappearance prompted a massive search for the suspect, but eventually the trail went cold. But tomorrow at 10 a.m., detectives plan to release new details about the case. You can find all of that new information tomorrow on KREM 2 News at noon, as well as on KREM.com. All right, well, more charges could soon be coming for Lori Vallow and Chad Daybell. Arizona police say Daybell, Vallow, and Vallow's brother attempted to kill the Vallow's niece's husband. Hard to keep track there, but police say the three should be charged with first-degree attempted murder. Prosecutors have yet to say if they will press charges. Meanwhile, Daybell and Vallow both face charges stemming from the deaths of her children. Daybell's trial was moved to summer 2022. Vallow is currently undergoing a 180-day mental evaluation. Up ahead, a crowd favorite will once again be winding through downtown Spokane. We'll have more on the revamped holiday parade and when you can check it out.